We didn't find Angela Morley. Angela Morley was given to us, and happily so, because Angela is a gifted, gifted musician, and formerly conducted and arranged for the BBC. He was the head arranger, conductor for the BBC, and Angela took our score and made a magnificent musical poem out of it. It was wonderful. She was a great, great musician and a wonderful person to work with.
Mark Burrow was the husband of Dee Dee Wood, and Mark Burrow and Dee Dee Wood did all the choreography for Mary Poppins.
And Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
And they're marvelous people, and Mark was alone on this one. He did all the choreography for this picture.
And he also worked on Happiest Millionaire. And we did 5 pictures with Mark.
Mark researched the dances thoroughly. The Lindler, which the Prince and Cinderella dance at the ball, is historically accurate and predates the waltz by 40 years.
Richard Chamberlain is a remarkable guy. You want to tell about Richard Chamberlain?
Yes, he brought his own singing coach with him to London, and he worked very hard, and he became a very good performer.
Well, he always had a beautiful voice. You know, when he first started out, he sang records. He was quite wonderful. Then he abandoned the singing career for the acting, and he's a great actor. He's a wonderful actor. But he was perfect in this part, and he took his singing very, very seriously, and he worked very hard in doing beautiful vocals.
A marvelous talent, a beautiful girl, great actress.
Actually, Gemma was selected from hundreds and hundreds of applicants. They wanted to get an unknown, and because they wanted it to be a Cinderella story.
But she was working in the stage.
Yeah, but they were looking and looking and looking for every possible person that could do it. And someone noticed that there was a young girl in this wonderful play that she was in, and brought Stuart Lyons up to see Gemma. And he flipped. He was great, and he brought her down, and they tested her, and she was wonderful in the test, and that was it.
That was our Cinders. Dick and I were working on songs at Brian Forbes' home in the country, and we needed a piano. And Brian said, well, Elton John lives just across the way, and he'll lend us his little upright. And sure enough, in came a little white upright piano.
Let me say something about that piano. It was totally out of tune, and half the notes didn't work, but it was Elton John's piano. We felt very good about that.
The slipper is a slipper of the glass slipper in the Cinderella story, and the rose is a symbol of England.
And it's the symbol of the royals.
The royalty.
So it's the royals and the little girl in the slipper. It's a wonderful thing. It was actually Brian Forbes' title. We didn't want to call it Cinderella 2 or anything like that. Now, Brian came up with that wonderful title, and we thought it was superb. It was great, very creative title. We should have written this. Oh, we did. The Slipper and the Rose Waltz. We just didn't sing it. That's all. I thought we should write a song about it, but we did.
We did.
Okay.
A good spot for a song is when words alone won't express the emotion, and a song will do the trick. That's why love songs are so popular in musicals. Love is the most emotional of emotions, and this is certainly the Sherman Brothers' most romantic musical by far.
There's a secret kingdom all my own, with no castles and no vassals and no throne, just 2 subjects, you and me, in my private monarchy, where the king is love and love alone.
And that's our fort. That's what we really work on, to make it seem like it's coming from dialogue to song to dialogue.
We've had the experience on a number of occasions where songs were lifted out of a finished film, and it absolutely destroyed us. So when we write our own scripts, which happens once in a while, we are so very, very careful that the song is so much a part of the story that it can't be lifted out of the script, because then it wouldn't work. And in previous editions of this picture, believe it or not, they actually did lift a couple of songs out of it. And it always felt very terrible. But this wonderful new version that's come out on this particular DVD is absolutely superb because it's all restored to the original version, and we're so grateful to the people that are putting this out.
We were at the Royal Command performance in 1976. The Queen Mother of England told us that He Danced With Me was the most beautiful waltz she had ever heard.
This was perhaps one of the last of the big, lavish, original musicals, because there's no question about the fact that Fiddler on the Roof came out. It was remarkable, but it was an import from a classic show, a Broadway hit. And Hair came out, and that was a classic show from Broadway, and many others that came out and followed it. But the point is that Slipper and the Rose was the last of the big, romantic, lavish, original musicals. And it was a great opportunity for us, and it was done in the grand style. And that's what makes it classic, and I think that's why this DVD is going to last a long, long time, because they don't wear out, first of all. I'm told. Rainbows raced around the room when she danced with me. Shooting stars began to zoom when she danced with me. In her arms I was ascending, my world became a magic blending of dreams and hopes and love when she danced with me.